morning. We are up early to join the Cape Ann Whale Watch here in Gloucester, Massachusetts. There's our boat, the Daunty 5. She's taking us out in search of one of nature's most spectacular sights, humpback whales. Sounds like we're ready to get underway. Come on, let's go whale watching. Boy, Jim. Great, good morning. Thank you.
At the spring, Jimmy.
Woo! This is great. Well, here we go. I'm hoping we'll be lucky and see some whales today. Humpback whales have been sighted not far from here along the North Atlantic coast. They migrate here to spend the summers feeding. You know, whales have an amazing sense of direction. They seem to know just how to get where they're going. But sometimes they can make a mistake and take a wrong turn. Well, that's what happens to Hunphrey in this true story. It's called Hunphrey, the Lost Whale.
Hunphrey, the Lost Whale, a true story. By Wendy Tokuda and Richard Hall. Illustrations by Hanako Wakayama. Read by Jane Pauley. Far out at sea, a pod of humpback whales was traveling south for the winter. Humpback whales are magnificent creatures that sing to each other underwater. In the whole world, there are very few of them, so each one is quite special. Every winter, they travel south. Every summer, they head north, and they always know the way. But even whales can make mistakes, and one day, a whale named Hunphrey made a big one. He turned away from his friends and wandered under the Golden Gate Bridge into San Francisco Bay. Everyone was surprised to see Hunphrey in the bay. He was a spectacular sight, as long as a city bus and as big as 7 elephants put together. When he came up to breathe, appearing as if by magic, people would stop whatever they were doing to watch him. Then, Hunphrey did something no whale had ever done. Instead of swimming back out to sea, he went the wrong way, up the Sacramento River. The big river became smaller and smaller as Hunphrey traveled upstream. He was looking for the ocean, but it was clear. Hunphrey was lost. Hundreds of people came to see Hunphrey. "There he is," they shouted. He was an amazing sight. But something was wrong. Whales are supposed to live in the salt water of the ocean, not in the fresh water of rivers. A whale would die if it stayed in fresh water too long. Hunphrey was in trouble. The farther Hunphrey went, the more worried everyone became. Then one day, Hunphrey squeezed under a tiny bridge. It was so small, no one could understand how he had done it. Now he was really trapped. The river beyond the bridge was very shallow. Something had to be done to get him out of there. Hunphrey looked sick. The scientists knew he would die if he didn't get back to the ocean. Time was running out. Scientists, Coast Guard officers, and many others got together to work out a plan to save Hunphrey. They decided to bang long pipes together underwater and scare him back down the river. At the same time, they would play a recording that would broadcast underwater the sounds of whales eating. Maybe Hunphrey would be so hungry and lonely, he would swim toward the sound. It worked! Hunphrey turned around and started swimming back down the river. Everyone was relieved, but the danger wasn't over yet. When Hunphrey arrived at the little bridge, he stopped. He couldn't find a space big enough to go through. People kept banging the pipes. Hunphrey became angry. He rolled from side to side and thrashed his great tail. People stopped banging the pipes, but they didn't give up. They decided to make the space under the bridge bigger. They brought in a huge crane and worked through the night to clear away some of the old pilings. The next day, the people began banging the pipes together again. The boats moved closer to Hunphrey to urge him on toward the bridge. This was his last chance. Everyone watched nervously. Hunphrey bravely approached the bridge. But as he tried to swim under it, his head became lodged between the pilings. He frantically bobbed his head up and down and thrashed his tail to free himself. Suddenly, Hunphrey lifted one fin way out of the water, almost touching the bridge. As he twisted his body, he broke free from the pilings and swam through to the other side. There was a shout from the riverbank, and then another and another until everyone was cheering. "Hooray for Hunphrey," they shouted. He made it. Hunphrey, the lost whale, was finally on his way home. A whole flotilla of boats and the clanging of pipes helped Hunphrey find his way down the river. Finally, Hunphrey arrived at San Francisco Bay. Hunphrey spent one whole day happily swimming around the bay. He did tricks for the people gathered along the shore. Hunphrey seemed to be saying goodbye and thank you to all his friends who had helped save his life. Finally, in the late afternoon fog, Hunphrey swam under the Golden Gate Bridge and back out to sea. Hunphrey the whale had made it.
Of course, Hunphrey's story is about a whale, but it's also about all of the people who cared enough to help him find his way home.
The most amazing thing about Hunphrey's story is that it really happened. As Hunphrey swam up the Sacramento River, crowds of people came from everywhere to help the experts turn him around. They urged him on as he struggled to swim between the pilings under the bridge. There were some tense moments for everyone when it seemed that Hunphrey might not make it. And when he finally succeeded, everyone cheered. All the people in the crowd felt they had a small part in Hunphrey's success as they watched him swim to freedom. And Hunphrey seemed to agree.
You and I might whale watch for fun and adventure, but scientists have different reasons. For naturalists like Cindy Belt, it's a great opportunity to study whales in their own environment. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, LeVar.
This is so beautiful out here. Now, what do we expect to see out there today?
Hopefully some humpback whales.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Cindy, got some whales off the starboard bow.
Whoa! Look at that!
It's a humpback whale. It's a pretty big one. It's probably 45 foot long. If you watch carefully, probably in a few seconds,